So good morning or good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another album review of The Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector. As you can see, I got a new couch, baby. So finally, I'm here on the couch again to talk about what I love to talk about with you guys, which is music. And this Friday, we have a brand new album by a metalcore band from the UK called Bury Tomorrow. And this is their 7th album, and it's called The Seventh Son. So this is a band that has been a mainstay in metalcore in the 2010s. There's some of their albums that I have enjoyed, and some that, I thought were okay. So this band is evolving, and this is the first album that sees a founding member leaving the band, James Cameron, but you have new blood joining the band. For example, you have a keyboardist that does clean vocals with Tom Pendergast and rhythm guitarist Ed Hartwell. So you have these new people bringing new ideas to the band, if you will. And the album, it's 11 tracks, is 42 to 43 minutes. So it's a standard average for a metalcore album. So what you have to ask of yourself, what is the difference with Bury Tomorrow now? How have they evolved? Are they better, or are they still basically the same band? To me, they haven't evolved that much. I think that really follows a formula, and they've done that in the past. And in this album, sadly, it's not different. They're doing the same thing that they have done. And when you have bands like August Burns Red, for example, that I just reviewed a few weeks ago, that does metalcore but does so much experimentation in their sound, this can be a minor letdown. That doesn't mean that this is a bad album, by no means. This is a very solid album. And you have those 11 tracks, and you have something that Bury Tomorrow does very well, is the catchy choruses. So in addition of these new players like Pendergast on the keyboards and clean vocals really give these new vocals and more dynamic to Bury Tomorrow. Something that I can say about this album and the other ones is that I think this is the one that the clean vocals shine more than the usual, the metalcore harder vocals that they have, because this is a band that really has had those type of albums where they have a catchy song. For example, on 2020 they had that one that was called Choke, and they said choke a lot. On this one they have Bolt Cutter, which basically is like a Choke Part 2, only that they shout Bolt Cutter at the beginning. But yeah, that's the problem I had sometimes with Bury Tomorrow. It's that they follow that formula. You listen to some songs of theirs and they basically sound very similar. For example, on this album, songs like Begin Again, it has a catchy chorus, great riffing, but it doesn't sound like something new that the band hasn't tried before. And then you have tracks like The Seventh Son that open the album, and I thought that one was more interesting. The clean vocals were really good. I like the riffing, and it's a little bit longer than some of the other songs that they have. And that one went into Abandon Us effortlessly. I thought this is the same song, but no, it transitions to Abandon Us without any breakdown. It just flows to that one, and that one was pretty good. I think that where the album shines is where they experiment a little bit. For example, on the song Wrath and Majesty, those are songs that have more of electronic feel to them, especially Majesty. Majesty, the way it starts very slow and haunting. I don't know why I got some Nine Inch Nails Hurt vibes, especially how they're singing and the Majesty. And the song is a 5.5 minute affair, and then it starts building and it gets a little bit faster, but it really plays with the mood. And I like how the electronics make the song different, and it's a different change of pace of chuggy chorus, clean vocals, hard vocals, chuggy again, that they do a lot. And that's why I think Wrath and Majesty are different. Then they have a few collaborations on this album. They have Heretic with features Lawrence Lost Taylor on vocals, and that's a standard metalcore track. And the vocals, that the other singer does are pretty standard, angry. So it's a faster pace after Majesty. dips a little bit in the fastness of the songs. Then the album kind of lost me. Like Recovery and Care they're okay tracks, but again I thought a little bit too repetitive for my taste. And then the album has a very decent closer, which is The Carcass King, and that features Cody Frost, that adds some female vocals to the metalcore. And I thought the female vocals really sounded well with the song and made it a little bit less abrasive, if you will. And I thought it was an interesting closer. So what are my final thoughts on the seventh song by Bury Tomorrow? It is a solid album, don't get me wrong. This is not a bad album. It's pretty like well done metalcore, but I wish the band would get out of their comfort zone a little bit and do more experimentation. I think that when they experiment a little bit like on Majesty and a little bit on Wrath, they like do something different and get out of that formula, because sometimes even when the songs are great, because Bolt Cutter and Force Divide Begin Again, they're great singles, but they sound very similar to what they have done in the past. But yes, I think the clean vocals on this album are better than what they have done in the past. And I like the addition of the new players because I think they're bringing something different to the band. So what did you think of Bury Tomorrow and the seventh song? Did you think it was a good album? Did you think it was okay? Comment, I would really want to know. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to give me a like. I have more videos and content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.